Welcome everyone to another edition of Holding Court. I'm Don Heath.
And I'm Rich McGowan, and this week we'll recap a wild week of action on the basketball scene last week. We'll answer a few viewer emails, and we'll also look ahead to this week's big region clash between Savannah High and Groves.
I'll be at that game, but Rich, I've been on a roll lately.
Yeah, you have.
Saturday night I had Liberty County against West Lawrence, and that was a one-point game going into the final 2 minutes of the game. Then on Tuesday night, I drew the lucky straw and went to Calvary against Savannah Christian, and
got a thriller over there.
A thriller, yes.
And yeah, Josh Sparks, 27 points, 22 rebounds, 15 blocks, 10 assists, quadruple double. Sometimes we get some inflated numbers from teams, but you were there and you say that was not the case. Those numbers were legitimate.
Legitimate. I thought he had 37 points and 32 rebounds. It seemed like he got every rebound when he needed to. He blocked everything in sight. The 10 assists were not just assists out to the outside, but he threw passes to the inside where his teammates got layups. So he had a big game.
And so let me ask, is Josh Sparks right now the best player in Savannah right now?
Well, he's playing awfully well, but we've got a bunch of kids that are playing very well. Gerald Richards over at Bible Baptist was our player of the week last week. He averaged 30 points a game, then he scored 33 the other night against Buford Academy. Chakiris Moss at Richmond Hills, good for 25 every night. Joey Bell has First Presbyterian undefeated. So we have a bunch of people playing well.
I sure do, and you say you've gotten the lucky straw the last week or so with close games, and
that's right.
I haven't seen a close game in about 2 weeks.
What was the score of your game Tuesday night?
Tuesday night, Bradwell 73, Beach 39, and the game was not as close as the score indicates. I mean, it was just a spanking of the first class. It was really impressive. I mean, Bradwell just took Beach apart in every way you can imagine. Offensively, they could do no wrong. Defensively, Beach, which hangs their hat on how they play defense, just really didn't show up. It was really uninspired play and a stunning game. I wasn't shocked that Bradwell won. I actually picked them last week, but I thought it was going to be a close game all the way down, and Bradwell pulled away early and never let Beach into it. It was a really impressive performance by Faye Baker's crew.
It was a stunning outcome.
Now, I mean, I've only been here 2 years. This is my second basketball season here, but I'm willing to bet it's been a long time since a Ronald Booker coached team got blown out like they did Tuesday night.
I've been here 23 years. I can't remember it.
Okay, and something else down on the girls scene. I would love if the real Effingham County girls would please stand up, because last week we talked about how they lost in a big upset to rival South Effingham, and then it looked like they took themselves out of the region race, but then they come back Friday night and knock off the region's top team in Glen Academy. I mean, Effingham County is just a hard team to figure out. I don't know what to make of them, but I do know come playoffs, no matter who I am, I do not want to face Effingham County, because when they put it all together, they are a very quality team.
We'll have a chance to see them this week. They're playing in Springfield against Savannah Christian on Saturday night.
On Saturday night, and then Tuesday they come into town to face Savannah Country Day. So those should be some pretty interesting games. And if you haven't had a chance to go see Effingham County, go see them while they're in town. They're a good team.
We interrupt this program for an important bulletin.
You've got mail.
Okay, Don, it's time for some emails. This is always fun. Don, the first one is from you. It's from Adam from Tybee Island. He says, Don, several webcasts ago you predicted a good ending to the season for Johnson and possibly a good playoff run. They've struggled in recent weeks. Do you still see a playoff run possible for the Amps?
We'll have to get rid of that one out of the archives.
Because that one missed the mark a little bit there, Don.
Cut that one, and I can add something in it. Johnson's having some problems right now. They've lost 5 in a row. Part of their problems is the big men are just not coming through for them. They get in foul trouble. They're a small team to begin with. When their big men get in foul trouble, they become smaller.
Yes.
And they've been dominated on the boards. They're just come the second half, they don't have enough players, and third quarter they're just getting blown out. So I don't see Johnson. I don't see the trend changing at all.
Okay.
Okay, Rich.
Yes.
There's an email for you, and it comes from Kate in Savannah. And
thank you for your question, Kate.
She asks, says right here, Bible Baptist 9-0 and skis of Region 2A.
Yes.
Are you surprised?
Well, towards the end of last season, you could see this team was really improving. Then 8th grade guard Ariel Martinez was really coming along and learning the varsity game, and so you could. And Kenny Conroy is a really good coach, so you could see Bible Baptist really coming along at the end of last year. Then in the summer, they had the transfer of Ariel Brown from Jenkins, and that has really catapulted this team to a whole new level. Before the season, I would have said they were probably the region favorite without a doubt, because few SCISA teams can match that 1-2 combo of Ariel Martinez and Ariel Brown. The two combined for 40 points a game. I mean, that's more than some SCISA teams average. So few teams can really handle that 1-2 punch from Bible Baptist. So I look for them to make at least a long playoff run, and they'll be very tough to beat come postseason.
Sounds like Bible Baptist has a aerial show.
It does, and that's the headline we used in a story I wrote on them a couple weeks ago. So, and one more here, Don. We've got one for the both of us, and it comes from Jennifer in Savannah. It says, "Hey guys, I love the webcast, and flattery will always get you on the webcast. I love the webcast and was wondering what matchup left on the regular season schedule are y'all most looking forward to?"
Well, we all, or I all, am looking forward to McIntosh County is playing at Long County, which is Saturday night. McIntosh leads Region 2AA by a half game over Long County. Long has won 12 in a row. 7 of their last games have been by 14 points or more. So
they're rolling.
On a real roll, on a long roll, you might say. And that will possibly be for that Region 2AA title.
And there's a couple of games on the girls' side that you might want to catch if you have the chance. Tuesday, Bradwell Institute goes to Camden County. With a win, Bradwell will basically lock up the regular season region championship. But Camden County is very tough on its home floor. It knocked off Beach there last week, and if it does the same against Bradwell, it will create a 3-way tie atop that region. So you know the Wildcats will be motivated in that one. That's being played all the way down in Kingsland. I won't be able to see that one, so to answer Jennifer's question on which game I'm looking forward to seeing, that would be Effingham County at Savannah Country Day next week. We talked a little bit about this a couple minutes ago. Effingham's a good team. Country Day is Country Day. It should be a very entertaining matchup, to say the least.
But you know, the game that I'm really looking forward to will occur on Friday night, and that's Savannah High against Groves. Both teams 11-1 in Region 3 5A play. It's going to be a packed house, a real electric atmosphere. And earlier this week, I had a chance to talk with Groves coach Ty Randolph. Ty, you have a big game coming up against Savannah High on Friday night. You beat Savannah High twice during the season so far. The first time was in the Holiday Classic, 60-57. Next time out is in the regular season. What was the difference in those two games?
I think just a matter of maturity on our guys' part. I think the first time is like, you know, you got to kind of get over that obstacle. It's been a problem with Groves and everybody else in this region, you know, trying to overcome the battle of beating Savannah High. The second time around, I thought the guys were a little more comfortable, understood the game a little bit more of how it flowed, and did a really good job of executing.
Don, you've seen both of the games these two teams have played this year. Groves has won them both. They were both played at Groves. The scene switches to Savannah High. Is that going to make a difference in the outcome?
That could make a big difference. Savannah High is undefeated in the last 2 years on their home court.
That's quite the streak.
Both games Groves won. They won convincingly. And they got Savannah High's best player, Kerry Wahlberg, in foul trouble. Whether that happens at Savannah High remains to be seen. It's going to be a big game. Get there early. That's all I have to say.
So is that the key as you see it for Savannah, to keep Wahlberg out of foul trouble, or is there more they have to do to beat Groves?
Well, they put pressure on the guards. Groves very deep, so they keep running players at you. But Wahlberg has been the key to that game. Both times, Groves was able to make a run with Wahlberg on the bench. And if that happens again, Groves is going to win again.
Okay.
Well, that's all the time we have here.
Time flies.
Thanks for watching Holding Court. I'm Don Heath.
And I'm Rich McGowan. And be sure to check right back here next week to savannahnow.com/prepcentral for another edition of Holding Court. We'll see you next week.